So, you know, I Googled you. That was
Yeah.
kind of how one of the first things I did when we decided we were going to do an interview.
Yeah.
And something stood out to me right away, right when I Googled you. And that's that you have an artist page on Google, and it pops up as like Young Esco. It's got your music in the sidebar. It's got your links and everything. That's interesting because not a lot of artists that are coming up know how to do that. You know what I mean? That's mostly for like the bigger artists. I want you to tell how you did that because I think there's a lot of artists that could gain that valuable knowledge.
You just gotta work. Like you gotta write all the time, be consistent in the studio, give out a lot of video content, and then like normally like Google just gonna absorb all that. Like they're gonna get your links and put it with this and that. Like so if you search on my name, it'll pop up on Google, photos, all that, because I have a lot of content.
Absolutely. Did you have to like do anything specific with Google to request that page, or did they build it for you?
Nah, they kind of built it for me.
They built it for you. Fantastic. So that's just like Google recognizing that game that you were putting out, all that content, all that material, and they were like, all right, this guy's doing something that's consistent. We got to build something for him. That's what it was. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that because I always kind of thought, to be totally truthful, I always kind of thought you had to go through Google to set that up. But that's interesting that they kind of set it up for you. Do they give you options for that? Like, did they say, hey, we're setting up a page for you, or does it kind of just happen organically and they're all of a sudden they built it for you?
So I joined DistroKid, so that's kind of like a way Google for me, so they kind of interact with each other.
Is that how you put all your music out?
Yeah.
Facts. You like it?
Yeah.
DistroKid, because there's CD Baby, there's all these other ones. You know, DistroKid's good. That's crazy. So, you know, talking a little bit about that, like getting the name out there, being consistent, how do you like to market yourself? Because I noticed on your Instagram page when I was kind of looking you up and stuff, it's only 3 photos, but it's very intentional. You know what I mean? You have a very, I don't want to use like the word concise, but you have a very kind of intentional or almost like mysterious-esque brand, right? In that like you're working a lot. People know that you're working, posting on a story, you know, putting out music videos. I saw the vlog you just put out. And so how do you kind of maintain the whole I'm working a lot, but like, you know, still sharing what I'm doing and getting the word out about stuff?
All right, so like me, I learned over this pandemic, like you gotta have patience. So like the way I would do it, I'll probably put a snippet out and throw it up for like a few days and then let them like get into it and then take it off.
Really?
But then I'm gonna drop it later on. But you still remember the snippets I put out.
Interesting.
So kind of that's what I do sometimes.
Yeah. So where did you kind of learn that from? Is that something that you learned just by like being in this game for quite a while that works for you, or did you see that from someone else?
Nah, like recently, like the pandemic just teach you a lot. Like it teach you how to interact more.
That's crazy because I think that's a different kind of strategy than I see a lot, right? You see everybody posting and leave it up there forever kind of thing, you know what I mean? But you take it down, so it's kind of like, is that kind of a way to like continually shape your brand? Is that kind of part of the goal behind it?
Yeah, like cause like when I post stuff, it'll be posted on my page, but I'll let you know like the link is in my bio and stuff like that.
Right.
So like when you go on the central page, I got like different pages I have like when my music going to what you said, Spotify and stuff like that, like it will be there in the link. So like all that videos and stuff is still uploaded.
It's all there,
yeah.
I love your YouTube page. That was one of the things that I spent the most time on because you got some great music videos with some good visuals and things like that. But what I really love was that vlog that you posted lately because I think that's what some of these fans want. And I've kind of been having this internal argument in my head where it's like, all right, do we keep it more and more? Do we get more exclusive to try to like, you know, build more of a cult following, or do we give more of an inside look into the artist's life? So I've kind of always been struggling with that, kind of like struggling, you know, that like question in my head or whatever. I love the vlog that you did though because it gave just the right amount of snippets of different songs you were working on to kind of get a vibe for what you're doing, but also at the same time it was like it left me wanting more. So talk a little bit about how that idea came for the vlog and then like how you kind of put it together and how you chose the snippets for it. That's a loaded question.
yeah. Like you said, like it's kind of is like that, like a Coke type of feeling. Coke, like, cause like you're gonna get into my music by listening to those snippets. You don't know which one you're gonna feel the most until you understand it. Like, but at least you got those few seconds of it. Yeah. So when I drop it, then you're gonna be like, all right, I'm jacking it. Right. But I don't want to give out too much right now, cause I'm still trying to develop a new sound for myself and stuff like that.
Absolutely.